we are here with Coach Neil Wilson of our League One women's team. So pleasure to have you here, Neil, with us.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's been great. We're so happy. We're so fortunate to have Neil. He's actually new with the club. He's been with us for under a year. I know he's super excited to get his Bayhawk wings here. And we are fortunate to have him. He presently coaches within the university system. He's a UEFA A licensed coach and very experienced in the system within Canada. So without further ado, we'll just get right to it. All right, so Neil, we know you've been involved with the game for quite some time. Can you give us your playing history and how this led to you coaching?
Yeah, well, in my youth, I was a decent goalkeeper, I guess. I played provincially, and I was in the national team pool for a while. I only ever had one game for Canada, but I remember it well. Had some injury issues in my teens, so I did stop playing competitively in my teens, unfortunately, but was always a fan of the game. But then got back into it again when my kids started playing. Like a lot of coaches, that's what happens with us. And then it kind of just took on a life of its own. So let's say for the last 12 years, I've had this hunger for knowledge about the game. I have taken courses in several countries. I've taken courses in the US, here in Canada, in the UK, in Spain. All different experiences, different ways of looking at the game that I really enjoy taking these courses. I really enjoy learning about the game and learning about other people's way of looking at the game. And yeah, it's kind of led me to where I am now, where I am today. As you just mentioned, I'm just finishing off my UEFA A license and currently taking a master's in high performance in football through a school in Spain as well.
See, education is important. We absolutely love the thirst of knowledge. It ties in well with the next question. So knowing that you're presently with the University of Waterloo men's program and you're coming off its most successful season since 2017, what can you then tell us about turning this program around and how that came about?
What you have there is you've got a dedicated staff. You've got some incredible players, some very talented players. We were fortunate in that this year we had 2 incoming classes due to COVID, unfortunately. We had 2 incoming classes, and the recruiting on those classes was amazing. We were able to just kind of tweak the player pool a bit, and we had complete buy-in on our game model from the players that came in, and we were able to execute very well. We achieved all of our goals this year that we had set. I think next year the goals will be a little bit higher, and it's going to be fun to see what we do.
That's awesome. So I know obviously we're talking about success, and it's a result of a series of building blocks to get there, as you mentioned. So what are the key building blocks, in your opinion, that are going to be important for the Women's Bayhawks League One team this year?
I think it all starts with a game model. Okay, so the game model, for those that you don't know, it's a way for us to define how we want to play the game. An understanding of the different moments of the game, the different phases of the game. So we start with that. We kind of start at the higher level, or let's call it the higher level details, and then we start to drill down the details from there. Okay, so building blocks, start high level, and then again, as we go, we'll start building on that game model, drilling down on the details, so we've got a complete understanding of how to play the game. It's going to take us a while. We're not going to get there 100% this year. It'll take some time, but that's okay.
All right, I love it. I love the top-down strategy. Great idea. So I know you mentioned previously recruiting and its importance, obviously, in your turnaround in the University of Waterloo men's program. So can you tell us about its importance to a program and your plan in this space for Burlington?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way to look at Burlington, I mean, we've got a club that's been around for 60 odd years. We've got a lot of talented players within our own system. So I'm hoping that within the next couple of years, or through the next couple of years, we're going to be recruiting internally. At the same time, we want to attract some of those players that have already come through the system. We want to bring them back into the fold, give them an opportunity to play. A lot of them are, a lot of the players that we're talking about are playing collegiately right now, and we want to have them come home.
I love it. Absolutely. Come back to the nest, kids. Come back to the nest. So what playing style can we expect from the program this season?
The team's going to be confident in possession, direct when we need to be, ruthless in and around the 18-yard box, well disciplined on defense, but watch out in transition with us.
Awesome, I love that. I love the poignancy of those answers. So what are your goals then for the program in its inaugural season?
I mean, it's a first year. It's hard to say. For us, I think success at the highest level will be if we were mid-table. I'd be very happy with that. But at the same time, this year again, we're going to have some growing pains. We know we are. We accept that, being a first-year team. But at the same time, we also want to prepare our university students and those that play collegiately here and in the States. We want to prepare them for their fall season as well. So to me, success is also prepping and developing our players so they're getting more minutes in their collegiate career as well.
That is a great target. I absolutely love that metric. So then, what would you say our fans can expect when attending the game and supporting our League One women?
I think it'd just be a fun, attractive style of football or soccer. It's going to be fun to watch the players on the field. You will love the work ethic of the players that we're bringing in. I've worked with a lot of them in the past. They'll set a good example for the younger players coming in to watch.
That is a fantastic segue to the next question. So we know, obviously, you mentioned you got into coaching as a result of having your own kids in the game and then driven by knowledge to learn more. And you're talking about our players coming back and then returning to college and being even more successful following this season.
Absolutely.
So how important do you think it is that we now have a League One Premier team on the women's side? And what do you think this will mean for the little Bayhawks who dream of being on the team one day?
I love the little Bayhawks. All my kids were Bayhawks at some point in their lives. So I remember the youngest when she was U3 playing. What it does for the younger players, what we've created is it's a pathway. Okay, we've created a complete pathway. So from U3 all the way to their senior level. Okay, we have somewhere for everyone to play. Okay, Burlington's motto of soccer for life is exactly what we've created now on the competitive side. So we're able to keep the players engaged at the highest level for longer. Okay, so they're not having to go elsewhere to seek these opportunities. We have those opportunities here for them. I just hope that everyone out there just understands that this is a great opportunity for this club. It's going to be an incredible thing to see them on the field, or see the players on the field this year, to see the fans come out. Hoping we get a lot of you out there to support the players, and who knows, one day some of those players that are watching this, parents, push your players. We want you to be at that senior level.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for your tidbits of knowledge, your insight into our upcoming inaugural season, which we're all so excited about, and for your time this evening.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to it.